Welcome to First Frets and Old Friends with your host Brock Whaley. In this series, Brock looks at the history and evolution of popular music with the help of some of the key figures who witnessed this history firsthand.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the beautiful sound of Miss Mira Driftwood.
We share the meadow as the sky turns to yellow and the leaves they fall upon the ground. The will-o-wisp flies by like a sparkle in my eye, and the squirrel is frightened by the sound of the rain. It's just the rain, child. Don't be frightened by the rain. Don't be frightened by the rain. Child, it's just the rain. Don't be frightened by 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 the rain.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an honor and a privilege. Mira Driftwood is right here in our studio. What an honor, what a privilege to have not just a talented musician, but a musician that I think is representative of an era in popular music that came and went, I think, a little too quickly, but nevertheless, if you take a look, if you take a listen to folk music, and you look at those chords that go with that music, it's an opportunity, I think, for any guitar player, particularly a beginning guitar player, to clearly hear the chords of the guitar and how those same exact chords can be found in your country, in your rock and roll, in your blues, in your pop, and of course, once you get into your blues, you're getting into your R&B, your rhythm and blues, okay? And if you look at, say, your 70s, your disco, as odd as it sounds, that's rooted in the R&B, which is rooted in the blues, which is rooted in these chords that you find so common throughout. My point being that when you're learning guitar early on, you're learning these chords. If you're learning folk music chords, then you're learning chords that can be used in any other style of music. And so that's why among all the different genres, I really wanted to have a folk musician here who could explain how this crossover, this Venn diagram, as it were, the Venn diagram of music, it all crisscrosses over the same basic chords. No matter what music you want to play down the road, at this beginning stage of learning, these chords you're learning with me are going to pave the way to whatever style of music you're drawn to, the kind of music you want to play. Miss Driftwood?
Well, thank you for having me, dear. What was the question?
Well, I suppose the question I have is, do you think that the guitar in folk music provides a bridge to other types of music?
Well, I wouldn't know, dear. I never played guitar.
Wait, what? But the album cover and the photo we have of you playing, At the public festival? What was that? You're holding a guitar?
The only instrument I have ever played is the hash kazoo, if you know what I mean. And I only took that up recently.
Well, maybe you just don't remember playing. Didn't all you 1960s musicians do drugs and all?
No, dear, we never did drugs. We couldn't afford drugs. And when we asked the other musicians what it was like getting high, it sounded rather like we felt when we ran out of money and went without food for a few days.
You're telling me that you were getting high by not eating?
Oh, the places we would go. Of course, all of that inspiration was lost because I was too weak to lift a pencil.
Miss Driftwood? Mira? Honey? That ain't right.
Oh, sure, and I suppose you have never gotten high. You sound like those squares from the Red Cross who would hand out cookies and ruin our high.
Well, thank goodness for the Red Cross. And thank you for being here, Miss Mira Driftwood, and sharing some time on our very first podcast.
It's called a broadcast, dear. You keep saying podcast. It is pronounced broadcast.
Well, no, ma'am. It's definitely a podcast. People can see you. There's the camera right there.
Oh, dear. I wish I had known. I would have freshened up.
Would you like to say something before we go?
Yes. I just want your viewers to remember this. The next time you hear someone play and you say to yourself, I will never be that good. It is true. You will never be that good, but only because music is not a competition. The only person you need to be better than is you yesterday.
Thank you for watching First Frets and Old Friends. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us produce more content. Check out some of our other videos on the Brock Whaley Entertainment channel.